Here's the brutally honest truth about building a personal brand in 2026. Most people fucking hate doing it, but they're still doing it anyway because someone told them that attention is the new oil or some shit. I'm building mine right now and I've helped over 25 founders build theirs, and the gap between what gets sold to you and what it actually takes is fucking massive. So I'll give you the hard truths first that I had to learn the hard way, and it's the stuff that nobody's really putting in the course. Then I'll give you one situation where it's the best thing you might ever do for your online business. Let's get into it. I'm gonna break your hearts when it comes to building this business. This is not a 4-hour work week fucking business. Now, this was a big punch in the face when I started personal branding, but you are literally the fucking marketing. You cannot outsource that. Because the dream they'll sell on social media is you're gonna get these 40, 50, 100K months. You're gonna be working 3 hours a day, maybe even a 4-hour work week. Get up. You're gonna be on the beach sipping margaritas with a few bitches around you. And cool, you can see some guys doing that, but I can assure you right now, if you have not got a personal brand and you wanna build one, that is not the reality, my friend. Your income might go up. You will hit 20, 30, 40K months if you build a solid personal brand, but your time will not come down. Because with a personal brand, you are the engine. If you disappear or you take a month off of content and go to the fucking Bahamas, your growth is gonna massively stint because a personal brand is not your usual business. A usual business will run without your face and have a team and a system. And yes, you can systemize some things in your business, but you can't systemize your face and being on camera. AI videos aren't gonna cut it, my friend. A personal brand requires you to show up every single day and be you and be on camera, especially in the fucking early days. I'm gonna be honest with you. That is the trade when you build this business. And for some people, it's not gonna be worth it. There's a lot of people I've worked with when they realize the extent of the work they've got to put in, it doesn't turn out to be for them. And that's fine. You might hear this and be like, fuck that, I am not doing that. However, if you have made it this far into the video and you enjoy making content, you enjoy impacting your audience, and you know what you're getting yourself into, then a personal brand is probably the best business model you can ever possibly build, without a fucking doubt. Which leads me fucking beautifully onto the second point, that this is secretly a second full-time fucking job. When I started with my posting content originally, I was working 3 hours a day in that 4-hour work week fucking Margarita Beach lifestyle. I could have lived that. And I was a setter at the time, and I spent 3 hours a day doing my setting, and I spent 7 hours a day on content, editing, ideating, scripting, filming, editing. I already edited twice apparently. Thumbnails, titles, analytics, comments, trends. Like, the level of research and the level of effort required to become great at this thing is a second full-time job. And that's just on one platform, if you take things seriously. Fucking God forbid you try and be on all these platforms and be everywhere like all the gurus tell you. You're multiplying that by 5, 6, 7, 8 times if you're going on all these platforms. If anyone fails at content, it's normally not because they're shit at it. It's purely because they built themselves a second job on top of their real one. So the fix I would say is from day one is to actually treat it like a media company. I know that sounds intense, but just do not treat it as a solo side hustle. Know what you are getting yourself into if you want to take this seriously and you want to become one of the best people in your industry and be a go-to authority figure. It's gonna take some fucking effort. Now, this one took me the longest to learn. Free that microphone handling skills. But attention will fucking fade, but trust is the only thing that will ever stay with your personal brand, and you need to treat it as a fucking asset. Your personal brand is gonna fall off. Every brand always does. It's genuinely just physics. You cannot live in an upwards 300% increase. You are going to go through peaks and troughs. It is not failure, but it is just inevitable. Put in an Einstein science graph of something that proves it, because I've seen plenty, but you get the point. You are never just gonna be like this. It's gonna be up and down. What once felt exciting to an audience is gonna quickly normalize and people will get used to it. For example, there's a creator as well who had 1.2 million followers that I've been seeing is going viral this week, who's just quit social media because she had 1.2 million bad man followers, but she was broke. She made no bread, made no money. And it's because when the intention died down, she might have had a following and an audience, but she had no buyers. She probably had no trust. I don't know the girl, but if you look at the statistics, it pretty much speaks for itself. So if all you built in your personal brand was attention, then that fall off period is gonna absolutely kill you. But on the flip side, if you built trust, connection, resonance with the audience, you're a problem solver, they love you, they see themselves in you, that fall off period is gonna be the exact window where you make a lot of fucking money, my friend. As the people who've been watching you for years, who trust you for all these years, once they stop watching daily, they do not need to keep being nurtured because you've already got their trust. So you need to optimize every single piece of content to be built for trust and not attention. The attention will fade, the trust will forever last. Build your personal brand to be a trustworthy motherfucker. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really selling personal branding to you, I'm sure. But for the right person, This business model is fucking unmatched. Despite everything I've just said, despite how much effort requires, how much attention to detail is in there, and how much consistency is needed over a certain amount of years, and focusing on trust, building a personal brand for the right person is the highest leverage thing you can do on earth, especially for your online business. One person, they become their own fucking niche, an unlimited worldview, and expertise that can change lives and have more reach than any traditional business 100 times faster. The only question left is whether you can handle that and you are that person. If you can handle all these previous factors and still make fucking killer content and build a cult-like personal brand, then I'm talking to you. And this will be the best business model you ever invest into. I believe the kids in the streets say no cap. Now, if I was starting from today, this is exactly how I would do it from zero. First, I'm thinking media company, not lifestyle business straight away. Yes, this can turn into a lifestyle business and that is my full intention, and anyone who has a killer personal brand can absolutely do that. But at the beginning, you're gonna need to put in the hours, you're gonna need to put into the reps to build that lifestyle business. Build a system, not a solo grind, so you can make this process as enjoyable and repeatable as possible. And number two is pick one platform. I would say Instagram just to build your audience at first, but then as soon as you have some presence, I would look to be building long form as soon as possible because that is what's gonna build trust the best. But you can pick whichever you like. Instagram or YouTube, send it, nail it, build an audience, and then move on to the next platform. But just lock down one at the beginning. Number three, build your brand for trust and not virality. Connect with as many people as possible and try and build your brand for depth, not just eyeballs. Sick. Number four, make a genuinely good offer that people would be stupid to say no to once you have built trust and once they want to work with you. And number five is master the fundamentals. You want to make sure you are still good at hooks, storytelling, viewer psychology, how to retain people in the videos, but actually most importantly amidst all of this, simplification. Make it as simple as possible. These skills are required, but you need it to be simple. And then you can bring in people to help you scale and outsource some of these things that are going to be tedious. Don't try to be everywhere on day one and do it across 17 different platforms. Go one step at a time and treat this as a long-term play because that is what it takes to build a correct, trustworthy personal brand and not one that is just gagging for fucking views and numbers on a screen that mean nothing. You want a brand that impacts. Okay, so let's be honest with ourselves, and more importantly, let's be honest with yourself. If all that sounded fucking exhausting and yet you still want to build this thing, congratulations, my friend. You are the exact person who's going to crush it when it comes to building a personal brand. You are destined for some pretty cool shit. But, and a big but, if you want to do it without eating your whole life away, wasting years of mistakes, then just subscribe and follow along. Because I'm documenting all this shit in public in real time. All the messy shit, all the unedited stuff, all of that. Next one's coming next week. Peace and love, baby.